Sure was another gorgeous summer day and still is so nice outside right now. Taking a look in Bellingham and Seattle, a lot of sunshine out there. And Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett is here to tell us more about what we can expect for the 4th of July holiday weekend.
Well, first of all, more of this. In fact, we're going to build on that as we go towards Independence Day. But in the short term, the weekend looks fantastic. I'll give you a look at that in a moment. But let's continue some live looks across the state right now, up towards the mountains in Paradise, living up to the name right now. Still some snow in the foreground there, and lots of folks taking advantage. Give that about another 60 days. It'll be filled with wildflowers. Taking a look off towards the coast and Clay Log, this is the first time all week long we haven't had that marine layer right along the immediate coast. It looks like San Diego right now. That would be a wonderful thing to do over the weekend. Live look over top of the Seattle Metro right now. A little bit of camera rock. It's a bit breezy out there. In fact, you can see a little bit of a ripple out on Elliott Bay, but some beautiful blue skies. Rainier on full display today. And here's why. Look, we are tracking literally nothing across the state right now. Again, really encouraged by the fact that there are no summer storms taking place off towards the east. That was not the case at the beginning of the week. Current temperatures are idyllic. We've got some low 70s up towards Bellingham. We've got some upper 70s towards Tacoma, even breaking into the low 80s in a couple of spots in Renton and in Olympia right now. Cooler along the coast, but as we saw a moment ago, gorgeous out there, and it's hot. 93 in Wenatchee right now. Looks like it gets even warmer next week. So here's what happens. See these little circles right here? These are low pressure systems, and what they bring is something called shortwave. So as we've seen these skirt by to our north over British Columbia, that's what's been regulating our temperatures and kind of keeping us in that 70 and 80 range. See the red right there? That's a ridge of high pressure, and that is going to build right in time for the Independence Day holiday. So what happens next is anybody's guess. Forecast models really struggling with whether that next blue circle moves in and kind of regulates things for us during the second half of the week, or that ridge continues to build and things get warm. We'll keep you posted there. But for the short term, we'll keep things in the mid 70s, at least in the Seattle Metro. We'll see some low 80s. On Monday, we'll definitely see them, and then boom, that's when that ridge really takes place. And again, if it's going to be in the mid to upper 80s in Seattle, you can bet it's going to be in the 90s down towards the south and off towards the east. Speaking of the east, we have been upgraded. National Weather Service in Spokane has now taken that fire weather watch, turned it into a warning. That's going to be in place on Saturday and probably for most of next week as well. Winds up to about 40 miles an hour, humidity down to about 9%. It is going to be a very dangerous situation as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. Winds for the short term look like they're going to stay onshore here. One thing I do want to point, though, is that they'll get gusty on Saturday night. This is Oak Harbor. We're going to be seeing some of those winds coming in are the mid 40s there. So if you are planning on taking the boat out, know that you're going to be rocking and rolling there. It'll be a lot better on Sunday. Meanwhile, we'll get those winds back into a temperate range there and keep them coming onshore throughout the weekend. And again, aside from some cloud cover here and there, it looks like it's going to be a magnificent weekend to get out. Remember, there is always the possibility of some afternoon storms in the mountains. So if you do hear the rumble of thunder, make sure you're getting yourself to a safe place. 7-day forecast shows 70s through the weekend. We break into the 80s on Monday, and we keep right on going, including Independence Day, which is going to be hot and dry.